Yo, hey, what's up, guys? It's August 10th, 2013, and I'm coming to you with a quick video on how I store my action figures or vintage action figures. Most of you probably already know what these boxes are for. They were made and designed to house comic books. Not too long ago, I had a pretty nice growing collection of comic books, but unfortunately, due to some circumstances, I had to go and sell them. Well, after they're sold, I want to go ahead and dip into another venture of collecting stuff, and I figured, you know what, let me get back into collecting figures. Not too long ago, guys, well, I put it back actually very long ago, about 10 to 11 years ago, I used to collect action figures, mostly Transformers and G.I. Joes. But before I before I go off in a tangent, this video is mainly pretty much just going to be informational on how I choose to store my figures. Okay, now these drawer boxes, I'll put a link on the bottom of my description here in my video, basically where you can pick them up, and they're perfect size for storing action figures. Okay, so in this box right here, in this middle box, I use it to store all of my G.I. Joes, my vintage G.I. Joes. And it actually will fit, you know, if you have any modern of the, you know, same 3 3/4 inch G.I. Joes and your cards, or even mint on cards, they would fit in here perfectly. But as you can see how I have it lined up, pretty much in crisscross fashion here. Only because, if you look, well, let me pull one out here. On how I actually store them, in my previous video, I pretty much mentioned that I have, on all my figures, I try to get the actual card back, the original card back for them. And there's a reason, of course, yes, I don't get them mint on card, I prefer them this way. But anyways, I put the card back in Mylar, I'll put the figure in a blister pack, and then of course I'll bundle it all up in a polyurethane type bag, and of course I'll also label it. Now, the reason why I don't put it in the front, some of the questions may come up. That's the front of the card, of course, and normally on mint on card, you know, it would come with a plastic bubble on this side, on this end. But I prefer to actually just store them on a blister pack on this end, on the back, only because the main reason is because it shows the information of the actual figure here on the back. You know, of course, the Cobra Ninja, the the code name, Storm Shadow, and here's a quick checklist of all the figures that came out for the actual year, '84, when this figure came out. So I just think it's a more pleasant side to look at versus the front side. You know what I mean? Just my opinion, guys. So that's why I store them that way. And the blister pack, because they're diagonal, see, they're pretty much like this. The blister plastic case, I switch from side to side. So if you look, I'm hoping it picks it up. There we go. See, there's one here, and then of course I just pulled out the Storm Shadow, which you would fit there. So as you can tell, they just go back from, you know, back and forth. And I think I can probably fit, let me see, there is 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13. I could probably fit one more, 14 in a box. But however, on these boxes, I can go a little bit further. But I put this little sectional backing board, which I talked about in another older comic book video. The reason why I put this there is because this box doesn't come out all the way. Well, I'll take it back. It does come out all the way. See, and you can of course fit more there, but I choose not to. Only because with the really ingenious feature on these drawer boxes, in case you action figure guys don't know, they're able to sustain itself pretty much 3/4 removed out of the actual little housing here. What I mean by that is you can put stuff in here, you can pull it out 3/4 of the way, and it can just hang like that, and it won't fall. And that's why I have this backer board here, because if you do pull it out 3/4 of the way and just let it hang, it's a really hard a hard option to reach back there and pull your figures. So I keep this there. Pretty much that's the limit. I can only store about, what, 14 figures, like I said. So it's really cool. It's a really cool option, and it makes it really handy for organizing and either categorizing or pulling out your figures later on. Say, a week or a month or whatever. Say if someone says, hey, do you have this figure? Oh, or a friend comes over, hey, check out this. You can pull out your box. You can even label these boxes, right? You can label it, A, B, C, or D. If you have a database of just all your figures, with the name and years, you can pull it up in the database, pull out which figures in which box, pull it out. Oh, here it is. Oh, yeah. I do have Cobra Eels here. So, I don't know. That's just how I do it. I love to organize my stuff. I don't know. Maybe I'm a neat freak that way, or I don't know, just anal retentive. But that's just how I do it. That's how I like it. So right now I don't have a whole lot of G.I. Joes. I've only been collecting for a few months now. This is pretty much what I have. I'll do another video showing you guys what I do have in my G.I. Joe collection. But this is pretty much it, okay? And to give you another scenario of how you can store stuff, down here I have just 2 figures of He-Man. That's these, and then plus I have the Men on Box Battle Bones. But these are the only 2 loose figures that I have at the time. And if you can tell, the size of the box, they can fit your stuff pretty well. I keep my figures, of course, in Mylar bags with all the weapons in there. And the bag itself is a standard size comic book bag that I get from E. Gerber, and it's perfect for storing your figures. If some of you are interested in where I get the Mylar bags, I'll also put a link in the description in the bottom below. But as you can tell, it's a perfect size, to store your stuff. And also for you guys that have those Star Pro cases, perfect size too. This is a standard, I believe, G.I. Joe Star Wars size star case, right? And I use it pretty much, not really to store my Men on card stuff because I don't have anything right now. But again, this is a complete set of Zartan that I pretty much use to hold his instructions and all of his other stuff. And like I said, it fits in there perfectly. I thought about doing that option of putting all of my, let me open this again. Putting all of my card backs and G.I. Joes within the star case, right? And have just a bunch of them lined up. The thing is, though, you can't really fit a whole lot. I believe I was only able to put like maybe 6 or 7 of these cases in one box. Okay? So I can imagine, having 6 here, 6 here, 6 there, 6 there. If I want to collect, like I said, all the G.I. Joe, the entire G.I. Joe line, figured how many figures are there? Over 100 figures. Divide that by 6 in each box. You get the idea how many boxes I'm going to need. So I figured, you know what? I'll just use them for my small little sets. Like here it is, Zartan, of course. And if any other character that comes with a small vehicle, like for example Serpentor, I can use these. And also I label them. So when I do look in the box, of course, oh yeah, there's Zartan and so forth. But that's pretty much it. And that's it, guys. Pretty quick and easy. I'm not too quite sure if anyone uses this method because I haven't really seen any storage type videos on YouTube. But that's pretty good. That's a pretty good idea if anyone that's collecting G.I. Joes, He-Man, whatever it may be, use these boxes. You're tired of using those plastic boxes, plastic bins, storing them on top one after another. You can just use these and store them on top, and then plus easy access to your figures. So I'm just saying, that's how I do it. But that's pretty much it, guys. If you have any questions, comments, concerns, hit me up, let me know. And until then, thanks for watching, and peace.